Houston, we got more problems. 8 people lost their lives at Houston's Astro World. From what they are trying to describe it, it's like people were suffocated to death. No oxygen. You have some people that are, I think from 3 individuals, who are going to sue Travis Scott and Drake for negligence. You know, when you spend your money, you have to make good and darn sure that you are getting what you are paying for. And whoever was paying for this had lousy security. Now, in defense of Travis Scott, some people were upset because they were saying like, oh, while the concert was going on, he didn't stop it. To a performer, it's hard for them to know what's going on out in the crowd. They don't hear that. They don't hear what's going on out in the crowd. And seeing a person jump up and down because someone is dying, it looks maybe like a person who jumped up and down because they're excited about the concert. That's how it would look to a performer. So, in defense of the performers, I say that they didn't know what was transpiring out in the crowd. So for the surge, they see people pushing and shoving all the time. This is nothing new at one of these concerts. So far as the pushing and shoving, but so far as people, this amount of people dying from it, this is probably new. But I think that you just have to be careful when you go to these concerts. The past couple of years or so, I've noticed that the youth have been getting a little rambunctious. And you just have too many rambunctious kids running the streets. This concert, this crowd, that's too many people. I mean, especially the way people act nowadays. Where you can go to a concert and come home, no problem. Now you have people who are going to create these surges, do things that are going to injure other people. It's funny to them, though, I guess. But you're in this crowd, and people just start pushing. There's nothing people in the front can do. I've been at a concert where people started pushing. I was on the front row. And you have this rail separating the crowd from the stage. And you have security right there. And they're not going to let anyone come up in that area. Regardless of you getting pushed or shoved, you're being suffocated to death, they don't have anything to do with that. So I've been trapped on the front row a few times at some concerts. That's why, you know, if I was to go to a concert, I wouldn't try to get on the front row. Backstage maybe, but not on the front row. Because if something was to happen, it's going to be impossible for you to make it through that crowd to get to your car to get to safety. So it's just not a good idea to try to be on the front row. But I understand how it is to be young. And that's when I did that. And you look at the crowd of these Travis Scott concerts, you know, you have all kind of kids. I see Hispanics, blacks, whites. So there's something big with the youth. And as I'm saying here, the past couple of years, the youth have been getting kind of rambunctious. So you expect things like this to happen. But as I'm saying, they knew beforehand because they've had these type of concerts. And they know what type of attitude that the children have that attends these concerts. And they did nothing to prepare for it. Here's an article a few days before the show. The sold-out show will have carnival rides, a roller coaster, and a star-studded lineup. But people aren't waiting for the gates to open to show up. Ready to go sicko mode? Here's who will be at Astroworld Fest this weekend. So they knew beforehand that people were going to go sicko mode and that people weren't going to wait at the gates because they was going to jump those gates. They're going to go wild and they're going to go crazy. So why didn't they prepare for that? Why did they just let this amount of people gather up at the gates instead of try to hurry up and get people in? They caused this. Hey, life repeats itself. And when you have this many people gathered to get in through one entrance, somebody's going to hop their gate. And then once one person start hopping, everybody's just going to start running. And there it is. You have a stampede. I don't know what's wrong with these. Maybe these people that are over the security these days are too, like a book security or something. He learned most of his things from the books and the videos, nothing life situations. I just don't understand how they make the mistakes that they make. The errors and blunders and things they look over when they are preparing their security for events such as this. And not let a big crowd gather. I can understand a long line, but you don't let a crowd gather like that. And it was the security's fault. I hate that they're going to sue Travis Scott because they're performers. They're trying to do a job. We've been shut down. People haven't going places. So to be able to go to a concert is something that should be relieving. But now people getting sued for it. Because some idiots caused a surge which caused some people to lose their lives. And some others to be hospitalized. Hey, as I said, Houston, we got more problems. But, what would you expect? Because we got a lot of new people here in Houston with new ideas and new way of doing things. At least it's new from what we do or customers doing. So it's different now. So you got to expect these surges and, hey, but knowing that, it should be at your advantage because you should know how to prepare for it. We shouldn't stop having concerts because of something like this. This should make you better prepared for it. Old saying, it takes money to make money. You got to spend money sometime in order to make money. So you got to spend money on good security. Houston is my hometown, born and raised. I'm the second generation that was born and raised here in Houston. And I love my place. But I see some things that are happening that are just not too good. And leadership starts at the top. So maybe that's why they're suing Travis Scott and Drake, because, hey, I guess they're the leaders. And they're supposed to make sure that they have the proper security at their events, especially with the attitudes of individuals today. You know, I know that they have top-notch security around this stadium. And I'm talking about with the security cameras. So maybe they should go through those cameras, get the faces of those individuals that were hopping the fence, the ones that created the surge. I'm quite sure, because, hey, that's an NFL stadium. And that whole property is up under surveillance. So you can find out, because those are the ones that are actually at fault. Because there's no way you can stop a surge. Once you get that crowd to pushing, I mean, there's nothing you could do. They would have ran over the cops too. So blaming Drake and Travis Scott will be a travesty. You know, it's just really a shame, because, you know, the people that are guilty of starting the surge are a bunch of kids, a bunch of teenagers. Because I really just don't feel some adults wouldn't do that. So, you know, that's the behavior of kids. But, you know, what they did caused the death of 8 people. And I know that it'd be a hard thing for the family to deal with, the ones that are guilty, but hey, those people that are guilty of it, of creating a surge, should be held accountable. Yes, Drake and them, they are responsible for not hiring enough security. He had a sold-out concert, so they should have did a better job of controlling such a big crowd. I noticed that lines are getting longer, and the people are not working as fast as they used to. So that's the problem, is that this is too large of a crowd that's waiting what's supposed to be a line to get into a concert. It's not supposed to gather up that much, because when you do that, you're going to have individuals who are going to jump the fence.